Before we get started, just want to say if anyone's interested in learning more about your new fund, One Roundtable Partners, they can go to londonreal.tv/Dan for more information. Here at London Real, we will be investing in One Roundtable Partners via London Real Ventures, and you can learn more about us at londonreal.ventures. Dan, we caught up in Paris, and I got to say, you were glowing in Paris. Like you were on your game. You told me you just deployed over $100 million of capital in Q4 into 7 different businesses, while everybody else was pretty much licking their wounds. And I just want to say, how were you able to do this when everyone else was, doing the opposite in Q4 of last year?
Well, I don't know that everyone else was doing the opposite, but there was a lot of panic, as you know, after the FTX fraud. And, I was talking yesterday with one of our LPs, who's an old-time commodities trader, and he noted the same thing I did, which was that, again, on the announcement of that fraud, the Ethereum price couldn't go down and make a new low. The Bitcoin price went down, made a new low, but then sort of popped right back up. And, if you've been trading in the markets a long time, like we have, those are telltale signs for a market that's sold out. And what that just means is if a market can't go down and make a new low on what is probably the worst news that you could possibly imagine, it just tells you the selling in the bear phase, it's either petering out or it's completely done. And he took the same signal as I did, watching the market very carefully. It held in very well. And again, we make 10-year investments. It's a 10-year life fund. I'm not trying to market time our purchases, but I can't take that macro hat off completely. And when I think there's a low in the space, I want to deploy a lot. And when I think that there's too much froth, what we tend to do is we just back off and pass. And last year we passed on over 100 deals. And that was largely because, the valuations were so crazy, 50, 80 times revenue for some of these businesses in our space. But so I wouldn't say I was the only one, but that signal was pretty clear. And I thought, okay, everyone is panicking. And there are a lot of businesses that we really like. Of the 7 we bought, 4 were in the secondary. And so you have people, whether they're seed investors who just want liquidity or funds that invested in the space that are pulling out a little bit. We were able to buy in the secondary at a 50 to 80% discount from previous rounds. Now, just to be fair, some of those previous rounds were, hugely overextended. But still, good valuations. And I still see them. The market is still there for a lot of those ex-high flyers. And in the 3 deals that we led, there really wasn't that much competition, so we could set the price. And so I think, last year you had some of the very large private equity funds that came into the space, 21, 22, deployed big capital. And I think they're just used to buying sort of SaaS tech businesses, which you can put a very high multiple on. And I kept saying, to my guys, but to some of them as well, the underlying asset in the crypto blockchain space is Bitcoin and Ethereum, and they have 100% volatility measurement. You can't value these like traditional tech companies. You're going to have 3 pretty massive bear phases over a 10-year period where the underlying asset goes down 80%. You have to have a bit of a defensive premium baked in there. And so we didn't really pay on the 26 businesses we've invested in, the $1.2 billion we've deployed over the last 2.5 years. We haven't paid more than really 10 to 12 times revenue when we entered them. And so that metric is just a metric that we use and really thankfully saved us from making lots of mistakes last year. So I would just say that in the beginning part of the year, there were quite a few signs of, it's just overvaluation euphoria, and we pulled back. And then, when I saw the markets were holding in well like that, I just thought, let's deploy the remainder of our fund 3. So it was a little bit of old time macro feel, a little bit of like, let's stick to our valuation metrics and process. So yeah, we were quite fortunate in that regard.
So Jim Rickards has just recorded a video that's not available to anyone in the public, and he's going to be talking about how this upcoming recession is going to be fast, it's going to be bloody, it's going to be nasty. But at the same time, he's going to show you how you can position yourself to profit from all of this chaos. Now, we've made this video only available to our viewers. Go to londonreal.tv/Jim. Watch that immediately. I can't say enough good things about Jim Rickards. He understands the global economic system better than any guest I've ever had on London Real. His predictions are almost uncannily true, and you can learn how to profit from his vision, from his expertise, and his understanding of economics. So go to londonreal.tv/Jim or click the link below. It's an excellent, excellent look on what's going to happen in the future and how you can position yourself to profit from that. Jim is one of the best in the business, one of my favorite guests on London Real, and he's very, very good at predicting the future and showing us all to profit from it. So click the link, and I hope you enjoy. Hey, do you want to profit from crypto? Then join my DeFi Academy. The Crypto DeFi Academy will help you create generational wealth. But don't take my word for it. Listen to my students.
When I first got into crypto, I remember thinking to myself, I need to learn more. Brian Rose, learning crypto, learning DeFi, gotta do it.
I am so grateful that I jumped in and did this. I had to break through some limiting beliefs that I can do this, that I can afford this, that I can be in this.
It challenges the things that are deeply rooted within us.
Joining DeFi Academy has been one of the best decisions I have made on my blockchain journey.
This course was a life changer, a game changer, a huge eye-opener, coming from knowing practically nothing at the speed of the learning over 4 weeks was just fantastic.
The information you provided in this class was invaluable.
I feel far more confident in my next steps.
You took complex concepts and made them easier to understand.
What's different than so many other ones is it just doesn't tell you what to do. It actually makes you do it.
This is for people who are serious about becoming traders. This is the way it should be done.
I realized from this learning experience again that it is not about what you learn, but about who you learn it from.
The energy was insane. I've never experienced such incredible energy on a live call. Brian Rose, you are a legend, my friend.
It's the only thing in the market where you can get all information and learn everything what you need to know.
Everything is so clear and so well done, and I am just forever grateful for this program.
It made me feel so much more confident about crypto than I did before.
I did not anticipate how passionate I was going to become about it.
It's also been like a big learning experience for me, not just in the crypto space, but just an overall balance of life.
What I've learned is, how to take ownership, of my life in a way that I really hadn't before.
Yeah, you can't put a price on that, really.
I would recommend it to anybody, top notch.
Excellence does not come cheap. So if you want excellence, you got to pay for it, but it's so worth it.
Pull the trigger. That's what this course is about.
You're not going to regret it, really. It's amazing.
Thank you, Brian and team.
So what are you waiting for? Crypto is happening now. Click the link below, submit your application, and let me mentor you on how to create generational wealth and build the decentralized financial infrastructure of the future.